Hey guys, welcome in. James, Glenn, DK here to talk about the Baltimore Ravens season finale against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Presented to you, of course, by FanDuel, our loyal sponsor, and ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter is for any of you looking for a job or hiring. If you're hiring for a company, it's a busy time of year. A lot of organizations are looking to fill headcount 2026. Unfortunately, a lot of companies are having challenges filling specialized roles, but thankfully, there's a place you can go to get help using ZipRecruiter's matching technology. 4 out of 5 people say they get matched up with a matched up candidate within the first day. So go check it out for yourself. ZipRecruiter.com/audio. Thank you for being a sponsor of the show. All that being said, we're here to talk about the Baltimore Ravens 26-24 final game. Disgusting loss, season finale, dagger. Any other words you want to say? Just stupid, tough, ridiculous. I don't know what the words are. Yeah, I'm going to total loss of words. Stayed up all night to watch this. I don't know. Yeah, I was crashing out in our text because I'm really tired of signing up for the same crap. And I don't know what needs to change. I know ultimately it comes down to Loop, but I still don't think, I refuse to say, Glenn, that it didn't have to come down to Loop's leg. It didn't have to. We just disappeared for a long, long time. We just disappeared as an offense. Kyle Hamilton went out and our defense turned to shambles. Aaron Rodgers turned the clock back 20 years. I don't say, man. I still think ultimately Loop misses or makes it. I mean, he makes it. Everybody's happy. We're all sunshine and rainbows, but disappointing year. Absolutely disappointing year. To have the best odds to go Super Bowl and not even make the playoffs. The NFL got what they wanted out of this game, out of this weekend, but certainly the Ravens didn't get what we wanted.
Yeah, definitely did not. Tyler Loop misses the kick. I must admit, the first thing I thought of is, man, Tucker wouldn't have missed that one.
Yeah,
Tucker wouldn't have missed that one. But of course, he's not here. Always blessed. Goes on to say, what's worse, the Tyler Loop kick or the Cundiff kick? In my opinion, it's this one.
I think it's the Cundiff kick because the context, right?
I think the Cundiff kick was worse.
What was that? Was that AFC Championship or was that divisional game? The Cundiff kick?
I think it was
the AFC Championship, right?
Was that the AFC? I think it was the AFC Championship. I don't know, though. It was one of the two.
Either way, it was playoffs. So I feel like that was.
But this one, man, and you know what? Everybody was celebrating. And I said, well, Tyler's still got to make this.
Still got to. That's exactly what I said. Didn't do him any favors. Still got a 44-yarder.
Yeah. Man. And then, and the real shame of it, of course, what a great play to get that opportunity to throw that ball
and Isaiah
into
deserved
a tight window. Isaiah makes a crazy catch.
And he deserved that one after, what I'm saying? He
tough season for him.
Yeah, he deserved that one.
And he I kind of agree with the chat. I thought we would at least run it to try and make it a little closer rather than running backwards.
Because you got all the time. They can't stop the clock. Do something with it. I didn't get that either.
Yeah. Not to say that they, try and score, but you try and center it and get a couple if you can. Joseph,
you got a rookie back there. Do anything you can to help him.
Yeah, at least even if it's just a confidence thing. Joseph Eckert says, "Here's $2. Great season, great show as always." Yeah, I mean. I don't know if I would call this a great season. I'd still say a disappointing season. I mean, I think, man, there's a lot to talk about in this one. Aaron Rodgers throws the ball 47 times and ultimately walks out on the winning side of things. Derrick Henry, I mean, look, Derrick Henry had more carries than Lamar had passing attempts, and I think that's what most Ravens fans would have wanted coming out of it. Derrick has a big game, 20 for 126, but yeah, ultimately just comes up short. Lamar super efficient in a lot of ways because he hit the chunk plays, 1 to Tez, 2 to Zay.
Yeah.
But up really still not the fluid offense that we were hoping to see. Still not really putting drives together. More so eat them up with chunk plays, and it's kind of feast or famine right now for the offense. But
yeah, and you can get away with a defense like the Steelers that is good up front and struggles in the back end, right? So if you can hit on the chunk plays, you can survive and you can, theoretically beat a team like that. But I think to your point, that's why it's been feast or famine for this offense the entire year, right? Because sustaining drives has been an issue. I I really struggled with this game because the middle part of the game, we just let off the gas.
It's god awful.
It was just terrible. Sorry, DK. Oh, I know
Manny
I'm a
says-
homer, but
oh,
the
yeah, go
Steelers
ahead.
have zero chance at doing anything in the playoffs. Brutal way to finish the season. Loop really wasn't tested at all this year. Defense without Hamilton is rough. Yeah, I agree with you, but I will say this, Manny. If they don't, we don't. We've done nothing to prove otherwise. I know that it's like on paper, everyone, because I do this. I do, Glenn, DK, anyone who watches the show knows this. I talk myself into anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit there every week and I talk myself into, oh, we got all these weapons. Oh, Lamar can't be this bad for this long. Oh, the offense is going to bounce back, this, that, and the other. So to your point, Manny, like if the Steelers don't, we don't. I'm over convincing myself otherwise. It's just life of a Ravens fan, man. Hockey Fever 22 says Kyle Hamilton is our tired defense, not an overreaction. I think there's some other guys you could throw in there too, but certainly Kyle is the heart and soul of our defense, and he's such a versatile piece that when you remove it, it leaves such a, it has a vacuum effect, right? Like,
yeah, that was tough, especially when it happens due to friendly fire.
Yeah,
that's maybe the toughest part of it. And then of course, Awuzie slipping on the kind of hitch and go there. That was a tough one to watch too, just to get a walk-in touchdown with the game on the line.
Because I think we hold them. I think we hold them, and they can't.
Mean, we had been.
Yeah, I think down there in the red zone. I think game on the line. I guess I don't know. They weren't quite in the red zone yet, right? They were in like just outside the 20, but in that area when it gets a little tighter, we were doing really well. So I mean, that was a real tough one to watch.
Manny says only high spots on offense were moments of desperation and Lamar magic. That will not win consistently. Need major scheme changes. Yeah, I mean, now I will say there were some drawn up beautiful plays, like the last one to Zay where they faked the pitch on 3rd and inches, and Zay's just running butt naked over the middle of the field. That was by design. That certainly was Monken had his hand in that. But yeah, to your point, not a lot of moving the ball down the field, staying ahead of the chains. It was a lot of either feast or famine. Either we hit them with a chunk play because we kind of used their aggression against them, or we got nothing and went nowhere fast. Frustrating day for the offense. Little X Nation says a season failure on so many levels, from Cooper Rush to Henry not being used, bad D-line and O-line. So many things. We didn't deserve to make the playoffs. Time for a new regime. It does feel like this team didn't really deserve it, as shocking as it is, but I think I kind of agree with that point.
Yeah, no, I deservedly so. I also agree with that point. I don't know if anybody in the AFC North really earned it. You know what I mean? The Steelers got it by default, I guess. And good for them. They'll get, I guess, one more game check, but I think they get rolled by the Texans. But to his point, ultimately, I agree. I think a regime change is needed. We need a bit of a fresh start, something different here. I don't want more of the same. If I had to put money down, it's going to be more of the same. I don't want more of the same though. Midi Roll says bad leadership. Lamar showed enough. Message is stale for team. The culmination of the errors led to this. Ronnie is kind of washed. Fired John. Well, I mean, I don't think anything you said is undeniable. I got excited. I messaged you guys when Lamar ran on that 3rd down and he got upset and he finally showed some fire.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But that's my thing, man. If I can critique anything, it's that, like, I just wanted to see some more genuine interest early on. Now everybody's different. I get that, right? Like, if he goes off, somebody's going to say it's unbridled and uncontrollable, right?
Yeah,
so but man, I knew that our next play we were converting because he was like, all right, like he just locks in, right? So kind of a bummer that it took that long to get there. If I can say anything at that point about Lamar, glad he stepped up to the plate nonetheless and answered the bell. But it would have been nice to do that early on in the game, 2nd quarter, 3rd quarter, show some consistency there. We put him away earlier, right? But CJ Lavender says Lamar has to be done with every member of this Ravens team making turns, letting him down. Hold on. Waste of a draft pick, the kick out of bounds, setting up a short field for the Steelers' final drive. Oh, ridiculous.
Just still kicking the ball about.
Like, dude,
how wide is the field? Yeah, how wide is the field? What are we doing?
Then the missed game winner. Yeah, I agree with you, CJ, but this is what I also will not do going into this offseason. I will not sit here and absolve Lamar Jackson of blame.
Yeah.
I know he's been hurt. I know he's missed games, this, that, and the otherwise, but anybody with eyes that is not biased will say that what we saw this year was not the expectation of which we hold Lamar Jackson to, of which the media holds Lamar Jackson to, or his paycheck.
Yeah.
Lamar's on the hook for what, $73 million next year. Now that'll get worked out, but I don't know if I'm ready to just make Lamar the highest paid player in NFL history all over again after this season. Certainly it'll happen, but like it wasn't the greatest showing to do so. Just say, here, give me my check now.
Yeah, I don't think you can absolve him any blame. I still am plenty prepared to do what's necessary to keep him around, but I think he had a down year. I think he'd be the first to admit it. Now, now injuries played a role in it.
Yep.
Performance around him played a role in it. Coaching played a role in it, but he certainly didn't play as good as we've seen him play in years past. Laura Roten says Loop had 2 critical errors. He did, and down the stretch when it mattered most, which is another problem because it's like, okay, he just did that. What's that do to his psyche? Can we ever I think we're back in the kicker market. I don't think
ultimately a 6th-round pick, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you're not losing a lot. Yeah. Right. Yeah, but it's just like, golly, man. This guy, not when it mattered most, when we needed him, you can't count on him, obviously.
I think the advantage is, of course, it's not like a guy that you just signed to a multi-year deal like a quarterback or even a quarterback you draft high.
Right.
Go put some competition in there.
Yeah, he's done.
A Hockey Fever 22. I'd be surprised if he actually is, but
I don't know, man.
Keeping it the thing that's
6th-round pick.
Yeah, I hear you, man. And missing the kick, of course, terrible, but
and he kicked more balls out of bounds than any kicker in the league.
Right, I don't even think it was close.
No.
Right. Hockey Fever says 14 seconds left, 3 timeouts, coaching malpractice, not to try to get
I think
closer.
At that point he had 2 timeouts left. But still, to your point, they could have gotten closer instead of running backwards for a couple yards just to center it. Yeah. They had plenty of time.
Yeah, well, I think I was most disappointed by the fact that John Harbaugh wasn't going to wear mittens to the game, but I think he had fur boots on.
He had fur boots on?
No, his boots looked like they had fur on the top, though.
Oh, I didn't even see.
He talked about not wearing mittens because he didn't want to send a message to his players, and he's got like boots with like some fur coming out of the top. Like, John, come on, man.
I don't know why I didn't even think of this, though, but Boswell, my goodness, what a choke job that dude
Seriously,
had.
And what a chance for us.
Huge choke job. Gene says, clean house, trade old players, Marlon and Rowe, reload.
Rebuy Tucker. He's not guilty.
I mean, the problem with trying to trade older guys, too, folks, somebody has to want them for that paycheck. They get the contract when they trade for Marlon as well. And I don't know if many teams are going to sign up for that kind of cap hit, even though I do think Marlon still makes plays. And he's just so like our offense was. It's either a big play or a big negative play with Marlon. Either he's getting an interception off a tip ball or he's giving up a ball over his head.
Oh, dude, and the tackle in space. How do you run up to a guy standing straight up?
Didn't even touch him.
And he's just standing there. Like,
yeah, he had some bad. There was a play where he should have tackled the running back for a loss. Not only does he not tackle him for a loss, the guy ends up turning upfield and getting a big play, and he never even touched him.
And usually you can rely on Marlowe to have some
physicality.
Right. Yeah. He welcomes physicality. He's got form. He's confident in the box. But he ran up on Warren standing straight up. You already knew he was cooked.
Yeah.
I mean, goodness gracious.
Yeah. Mitty Rouse says also, I don't know about you, but Loop is off the team now. I don't know how they can they're so sensitive. Like, we got to remember, he's a 6th-round pick. Very easy to get away from a 6th-round pick. Yeah, very, very easy. Very low money. And I don't know how you can trust this guy going into next year and go, yeah, we feel good about a game on the line, the ball in his foot. No. Hell no.
Yeah.
Can't even kick the ball inside the 50. How wide's the field? 53 yards or some shit?
Yeah.
Get it together. Appreciate the super chat, TJD. If you meant to add something in there, appreciate you. The chosen one, Jared Payne, Baltimore Heartbreakers. They lose fancy. Yeah, they should change the name. I mean, honestly, that game, we think they're down at they go up 10-0. We're yay. Then they're down 13-10. We're like, Christ, we can't even move the ball. Just put us out of this utter misery. Yeah. And then boom, we get another big play, get us back in, and then boom, they kill us, and they just keep bringing us back, only to ultimately, at the end of the day, what we all knew was coming, they break our hearts.
Yeah, absolutely. Broke our hearts. Sean Pisker, several things I need to say. One, Huntley never would have made those plays Lamar did. Two, how do you slip in that moment if you're a Uzier? 3, no one deserves that play more than likely. I agree with that. 4, I never want to see Tyler Cundiff ever again. Yeah. It's I don't. I'm so numb right now, Glenn. It's hard to even articulate words because I don't disagree with what you're saying. I also still feel like going into this offseason and when looking at this game, I believe that the middle chunk of this game will get a pass. Our offense's inability to be effective was embarrassing. I mean, they were nowhere to be found. How many? I don't know if you have it up in front of you. I mean, I felt like we had 2, 3 and outs in a row or something ridiculous. Like we had the ball for some, incredible, small period of time.
Yeah.
In the, if you think about the second quarter and then the third quarter for sure, it's like, are we only alive in the first 10 plays of the game and then the last 10?
Yeah, no, to your point, we got the ball in the second quarter after our field goal drive. We go 3 plays, -4 yards and punt. Then we get a stop, and then the Ravens get the ball back, 5 plays, 23 yards and a punt. Then we get the ball back in the third quarter, 3 plays, 0 yards, interception. Then they get the ball back, 5 plays, 13 yards, punt. So, yeah, we went a 4-possession stretch in the second and third quarters where we were completely ineffective, did absolutely nothing positive before exploding in the fourth quarter, thank goodness, but we all know how it ended. Did we read this one yet? Board certified DJ says EDC deserves the most smoke. Horrible O in defensive line and drafted a bad rookie kicker to replace the GOAT. Can't kick from past 50 and half the kicks go out of bounds. Thanks for the therapy this year, fellas. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you joining us too, because this honestly is, before we started doing the show, I would really sulk for days. I couldn't watch any coverage. I couldn't watch. And even though sometimes it's tough to get up and do this show, it does help kind of talk it out and get a lot of emotions out. But I tend to agree that, Eric DeCosta deserves a lot of blame here. I mean, he took some gambles with the offense and defensive lines. Obviously couldn't have foreseen what happened to Matabike and the kind of trickle-down effect and the ripple effect that caused across the whole defense.
And the death of the offensive line coach. I mean, the passing, that was...
Well, that was unexpected as well, but still took incredible chances, in my opinion, on the offensive line. And didn't really have a lot of competition at the very least. At least come out with some competition for these guys. Didn't even really do that. And then, at the trade deadline, I know they did some things, but I still think that there was opportunities to make some more moves happen and maybe solidify those 2 areas. So, I mean, Tyler Loop, man, sorry, bruh, but you're out of here, in my opinion. The Bigger Jones fourth quarter defense ruined this season and this game. Feel bad for Loop. Hope he bounces back. Had a good season. Go get a proven pass rusher. Yeah, pass rush, Jimbo, not...
No, I mean, you saw it at the end of the game. Same thing. Aaron, stood back there as comfortable as a 42-year-old could be, right? No concern, tons of confidence, standing up straight, bouncing on his toes, because the pass rush wasn't getting home. It wasn't there. Nope. And without our best pass rusher in the game, Kyle Hamilton is our best pass rusher. I mean, it just becomes even more of an issue. So, yeah, go get a proven pass rusher and multiple bigger. You got to attack this in a multitude of ways. If you have to overdraft, Eric. Get off your high horse. Apparently, you don't know the value of guys, because we wouldn't be in the situation we are if you appropriately valued players.
Yeah, these position groups.
You're right. Exactly. At least position groups. I mean, goodness gracious, man. He says, didn't even seem like Andrews was active today. Yeah.
Nothing burger. A complete and total absentee.
He had 1, right?
He had 2 catches for 14 yards. But, I mean, you talk about the most quiet 2 catches you've ever seen. I mean, once again, it was the Zay Flowers show from a pass catching standpoint. Like, it's been really all season with a couple sprinklings of other guys. Outside of, I mean, Zay had 4 for 138 and 2 touchdowns. Outside of him, Tez, 2 catches, 46 yards and a touchdown. And then Isaiah, 2 for 32. The offense was just as dumbfounding as it's been all season. The defense pissed me off. I mean, how many times are we going to let Kenneth Gainwell and Warren catch balls right in the flat and then turn up field and gain 8-10 yards. I mean, it was driving me crazy. This soft zone defense we were employing so frequently was driving me absolutely nuts.
When they have the worst wide receiver core in the NFL, and you're playing zone, and we got stalwarts back there. I don't care how many injuries we got. We were still better matchup. Make them beat you. Make them beat you. Goodness gracious. And it's frustrating. It's so frustrating to watch Mike Macdonald just dial up pass rush wherever he goes, whoever he's got. And gosh, man,
Space Coast Steve says other coaches would at least try to move the ball closer. 44 yards is no chip shot. Fire Harbaugh, Monken, and or
get him out of here.
I don't know if it's going to happen as quick as Atlanta did. I mean, Atlanta wins their final game of the season, and within 2 hours, they fired everyone in the front office and their entire coaching staff.
Which is crazy because that's the same front office that did the whole Penix thing, right?
Yep. They had to talk. They had to convince them that was a good move. Yeah, that was absolutely insane. Arthur Blank not having it. We'll see what Bisciotti does, but yeah, appreciate the super chat. Space Ghost. Manny goes on to say offensive penalties today destroyed our momentum. They certainly did. Holding calls, and really ones that didn't even seem like they were the reason the success was had. Like the Tyler Linderbaum,
ridiculous.
Yeah, the Tyler Linderbaum. First of all, I thought that was a soft call.
But
on top of that, it was a little hook. I mean, it wasn't even crazy. I mean,
Lamar was. I think
he's gone.
That's what I was gonna say. I think there should be some sort of determination if the guy is already beyond you.
Yeah,
come on,
and then the block on Zay.
Oh, I mean, you knew it was gonna be a long night when that was the opening play.
That was freaking terrible, dude.
Yeah, like, what are we doing here?
I mean, TJ says either Lamar or Hard, pick one. Well, if you asked me to pick one, I'd pick Lamar. Easy. That would be a quick answer.
But I do have to say this, Glenn. Dang it. You know what? I don't want to turn into this guy. And I'm not this guy. You know I'm not this guy. But I had got tired of hearing the coach, the Chris Collinsworth, talk about how Aaron Rodgers is with his guys 4 nights a week.
Yeah.
He's always with his guys. And, like, all we hear is that if anybody wants to be with Lamar, they got to go to Florida. They got to get on a plane. Like, I don't know, man. I just think it's time for, like, the next iteration of this guy because he's got so much potential. Obviously, he's been a world beater. I think he's the best football player of all time, but it's time. You know what I'm saying? It's time to molt, right?
Well, I don't know if Aaron was doing that. You know, Aaron's a different guy at age 42. I don't know if he's doing that at 29. But it'd be nice.
That's fair. But I mean, I'm sure Tom was. I'm sure anybody that Lamar wants to be, I'm sure they were.
I'm sure Peyton was, but Peyton's kind of a different type of dude. Kevin Johnson, we look bad. Winning this game would be ego. I mean, we did look bad through the second and third quarter, looked god awful, but looked pretty decent. I mean, certainly started the game really well. I thought the Ravens really started fantastic. If you look at not only did they start the game with 2 back-to-back scoring drives, but they also, they forced a punt on the Steelers' first drive, and then the second drive they had the goal line stand where they only went 7 plays, 20 yards, and ended up stopping them inside the 10-yard line. I thought the defense got enough stops in the beginning, but once Kyle Hamilton went out, it was free game for the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, and they were absolutely torching the defense, and the pass rush was absolutely non-existent, but also mistakes were made on the back end. I mean, Awuzie cannot lose his footing there. Absolutely cannot. You got to protect the end zone at all costs and not bite on the little hitch. It's crazy, Jimbo.
Dude.
Be More Lock says Loop was bad on last 3 kicks. Illegal procedure and touchback, giving them great field position. Then Shanks the game winner. Brutal choke job. Yeah, and look, I wonder how much it impacted him seeing Boswell absolutely boof that extra point at the end of the game. I wonder if that kind of was like, oh my God, Boswell's smoking kicks under the pressure. I wonder if that added some extra pressure to him. But either way,
man, that's crazy to me. I tell you what, I've never been in what people would say is that high of a pressure situation. Man, if I'm him standing on the sideline, big old smile on my face. I would be so excited to watch him
for the opportunity.
You know what I'm saying? To turn around and be like, dude, I'm going to crank this thing and we're going to go home. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. God, what a missed opportunity. What a missed opportunity, Glenn. To go into this playoff with no Joe Burrow, with the worst Bills team that Josh Allen is bringing to the playoffs. You got a Texans team who, we could have a home game against, right? Like,
yep.
Gosh, no Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Golly day, and here we are, 8-9. Mahomes has been carried the past two. Ravens suck. Yeah,
Swept by the Steelers too, man.
Yeah, right. Like as bad as it can get, the worst of the worst. I'm not even excited about who's in the playoffs.
No. Yeah, I know. We probably wouldn't. You know what, Jimbo? They're making a point. We probably would have gotten smoked by the Texans.
I don't know. I mean,
they got the number one defense in football.
Sure, that's fine.
So
we would have been in it. That was better.
We would have been in it. Yeah, no, it would have been better. Oh, I know it would have been better, but I thought you just made point like, we could have had the Texans.
I think we would have had a shot. I'm not saying we would have had them, but it's a team that you think you got a shot against.
But we just gave up 26 points to a Pittsburgh Steelers offense without DK Metcalf.
Yeah, that's a problem.
And went two quarters against a Pittsburgh defense that's not close to as good as what the Texans will be bringing to town.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Manny says, forget the draft. Can we please move a trade for a game wrecker pass rusher at the top of our postseason
for as
list?
long as Eric DeCosta is here, it won't happen.
Well,
I'm
apparently Crosby's on the market now. I said I know it's a limited market, but still, apparently Crosby is on the market. Apparently he's frustrated there, and Tom Brady is now he's been given the reins to the operation, and he's willing to hear for some offers for Crosby.
How does
they have the number one pick in the draft?
How does Tom get to have reins?
Dude, they have the number one pick in the draft, and they're about to trade him for how many picks? Yep. Some people are saying they should trade Lamar for Crosby and the number one pick. Would you do it right now? Jimmy, go. Would you do it? You get the number one pick in the draft and you get Max Crosby.
How many seconds do I get?
Yeah. You get a few. I'll give you 5. I mean, you're talking about the number one pick. You can go get your quarterback if you think he's the guy this year, and you get Max Crosby, an elite pass rusher. What do you think?
Honestly, to give up Lamar, I think I probably need some second and third round picks too. I mean, ultimately,
you need a package, is what you're telling me.
Not just those two things. I think it needs to be bigger than that. Even still, it'd be really hard for me because you just see it. You see it. My thing is not like don't give up on it, but I still think it's fair to say if I go to Lamar and say, dude, you're already all world, but what can we do to fine tune this thing? It's just about fine tuning here and there and learning, and you know what I'm saying. It's just
throw everything. Just throw everything at the offensive line. Everything.
No, I agree, but I'm saying for Lamar's game specifically, my thing is like once you get so good, it is a battle of degrees, right? So like, can you get 1 degree, 2 degrees better? Where do you get your advantages? And he's got to dial that stuff in. I think is the next step for Lamar. Sorry, John Walter says this. Did we read this already? No. Lamar's this season was by far the worst season for the Ravens organization. Lamar's reputation is ruined. Steve, GM, and coaching staff must go. Loop pissed the game away. Cut Loop along with Marlowe. I think he's saying because of the whole toughness thing.
No, I don't think so. I don't think his reputation's ruined.
Yeah. That was a tough one. I think it was the worst I've seen in a long time because of the expectations.
Yeah.
The expectations were terrible. Corey CO4 says another blown game by the defense or got to go. Yeah, I think to me that's definitive.
He can't be the play caller. Cannot be the play caller going forward.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Gotta go.
No. John, you got to let your guy go. We know you love him. You want to keep him on the staff, make him your linebackers coach or something. I don't know, man. Like, you really need him that bad. You want him around John, then you got to do something else.
I got to tell you, man, it hurt watching the Seahawks.
That's what I'm saying.
Number 1 overall seed.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying early in the show. It's wild to watch Macdonald just dial up a pass rush. He's got, anybody. You could give him anybody, and he's like, all right, well, let me just dial.
He's got some pretty good players.
Oh, he's got some good players. Don't get me wrong. He's got some dogs there. But certainly, I feel like he's on a different level when it comes to calling plays.
Oh, it's hard to watch him do what he's doing. And dude, like it was cool to see him he's in the huddle with the whole defense, and he's getting them all. He's getting them all on the same page. He's barking. I love to see that youth
Yep.
and energy and the way he's connecting with the team. It's tough to watch as a Ravens fan who just, man, we could have made an opportunity to kind of keep him
Just
and let
hand it
John
off.
go.
Hand it
Cone
off.
says every time Lamar gets us in position to win, his teammates are coaching, let him down. See you, Harbaugh. Thanks for your services. Seahawks for Super Bowl, rooting for Mike. Coach, it should have been ours. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of Ravens fans are now going to change, at least to root for the Seahawks for the remainder of this season. It's easy to root for that guy. He was super fun when he was here. But, man, I just think of the what ifs and, like, damn, did we let this one guy get away? Man, he's so young.
Right. And I agree with Tone on all this stuff. I just think that I've said it, and gosh dang it, you guys can say whatever you want about me in the comments, but it's impossible to say everyone else is letting Lamar down and say that Lamar isn't letting his team down. Like, it's mutual.
Yeah.
It's impossible to say that. I'm going to get destroyed. I already know the Lamar is a sainted God is going to, that whole group of people is going to destroy me, but that's fine. It's just, this is not Lamar Jackson. Anybody knows that. Like, until the end of the game, he made incredible plays, but all season we haven't seen the guy that we expect to see. A Be More Lock says, yeah, LJ had a down year with a weak O line and a completely mismanaged offense. He gets blamed, but minimal blame at best. Coaching malpractice. I don't know. Josh Allen's in the playoffs. I don't think our weapons are worse than Josh Allen's.
No, but I think they have a better offensive line. I think they have, and I think they have, they have a pretty good running back. But I see what you're saying. They're pass catchers. Oh, I know. I'm just saying I think they have a better offensive line, and I think ultimately, the offensive line is at least proven to be more important in Baltimore than pass catchers have been. At least here.
I think probably anywhere.
Maybe anywhere. But
you know how it is, Glenn. When you give the lion's share of the credit, you got to take the lion's share of the blame. You can't just scoot out of the background.
I don't believe he deserves the lion's share of the blame, but I think he deserves his piece of that pie for sure.
Because you're in that conversation with those guys that you're gonna blame.
Yeah.
So anyway, love you guys. Sean Pittsburgh, love you guys. We'll always be a supporter of y'all. Only positive from this is we won't have to listen to how Lamar chokes.
That's true.
all off season again. True. Always be here, you guys. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, he you say what you want. There was second and third quarter where their offense couldn't move the ball, but in the fourth quarter, he made plays when needed, and certainly put some dimes on. I mean, that throw to Zay over Pat Queen was absolutely on the button. Even to Tez early on was on the button.
Yep.
And there were some drops early. Like I remember now. There was a few drops that Lamar hit guys, and they just couldn't come up with a one. He threw that one in an absolute tightest possible window. I thought Pat Queen tipped it early on, and ultimately Zay just stuck one hand out and kind of deflected it. But, dude, he had some passes early on that were right on the button and were dropped by his pass catcher. So it's a team loss. It's frustrating.
Yeah, Manny says, I need to sleep. Players and coaches change every season, but James and Glenn appreciate you guys year after year. Look forward to the show every week.
Thank you, Manny. I appreciate you,
Manny.
Yeah, the Steelers are. Yeah, that pick was tough, man. That pick was tough. Seems like there was a few batted at the line. It was frustrating, man.
Well, and even look, Glenn, the decision. Why I don't understand the blooper out of bounds thing to DeAndre. I understand he had a clear path to end zone, but
I know.
Just get the first down. Get the first down. Just get the first down. Like, yeah. Holy crap.
Dude, it reminded me so much of the player we used to play basketball with who.
Oh my gosh,
will
dude,
bounce
that was
lead
such
past
a play.
You. Dude, wasn't it?
He was in here earlier. Did you see him in the chat?
No. Shout out. But dude,
you're
that's
so
what it
right.
reminded me of. It's like, well, that's what you should
take the layup. Just take the, and he's like,
throw it right to him.
He'll like throw it behind his back to someone. And it's like,
yeah, that was kind of crazy. He was wide open, but ultimately, next play didn't matter because we got the chunk play to Isaiah. LeChillin says we've been undisciplined for years. Fall apart when the game gets tight or season on the line. Start with coaching, accountability. Move Harbs to see what you got. Yeah, I'll be interested to see who they. A lot of the reports coming out before the game where that Harbs wasn't really on a hot seat. I find it hard to believe that we're going to go into next year with the exact same coaching staff. So if it's not Harbaugh, then I think Harbaugh gets a lot of guys under him and get them out of here. I think there's no way Zach Orr's here next year.
Yeah.
If Harbaugh is here or not. And I think Monken's gone too. I really do. I think Monken's gone.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, Side Tattoo says we didn't do enough after the first touchdown. We didn't get anything going. Lamar and our defense is only going to get older. In 2-3 years, we'll be a completely new team. Yes, the Texans would win. Yeah, I mean, windows don't last forever. And you're probably right, the Texans would win.
Yeah, we had too many opportunities, man. This team should have done this a couple years ago.
Yep.
Now that window's slamming shut. Rizzy says, had a feeling the Steelers win. NFL can't let a team win Division 3 years in a row. Missed game-winning field goal. Game-winning kick is a perfect way to summarize the 2025 Ravens. Yeah, I mean, God, heartbreak, man. Yeah, disappointment and heartbreak. I think that's a good way to summarize it. And Tyler Lute, I hope that's the last kick you've kicked in Baltimore. I say that. I mean that. I do not want to see him on this team next year. No chance. Not with that fragile. He's done. He's done. You don't miss that kick and bounce back as a young guy. I don't think so. I think you're done. Get him out. Get him out of here.
Woo, the chosen one says that they can beat and lose to anybody. Farewell, John Harbaugh. They can be. Yeah. I hope John is gone. And what did it for me was what they showed on the sideline. Tomlin was in his guys' faces like, hey, what are we doing here? I'm holding you accountable. Like all that. And look, Mike Tomlin's not a perfect coach. He's one heck of a coach. There's no perfect coach out there. But to your point, you were talking about the youth and their energy and getting, because we talk about it, Glenn. This team has been, we've called them front runners. We've wondered what happens when we get some adversity and guys start, the team starts to crumble, right? Like we've seen, but, and you want to talk about leaders on the team, but ultimately all roads lead to the coach. If the leaders aren't going to, if the coach isn't going to do, if the leaders aren't going to do it, coach got to turn around and talk to these guys on the bench, do something, get them going. You know what I mean? Intervene here. Don't manage the game. Coach too. Like you got to do more than just manage it. You're not even doing a great job of that. Joshua Hunter says special teams is atrocious and we have a special teams head coach. This team needs a serious coaching change. O-line was just too inconsistent to carry and pass rush a no-show all season. Yes. No disagreements from here, Josh. From me.
Terrible pass rush. And then, of course, you're still watching guys who left here do well elsewhere, and that just pisses me off every single time. Pisses me off. So, yeah, we had an opportunity. It's another thing where it's Eric DeCosta. Like, why is Clowney not still here?
Yep.
He's still going absolutely bonkers elsewhere. It just pisses me off, man. Yeah. And then to see Owe doing his thing, that's coaching. Like, Owe all of a sudden turns into a sack machine when he leaves here. Like, how is that not obvious coaching? Like, it makes no sense. Roadrunner, appreciate you. Super chat, appreciate your viewership. I think they got to make a big regime change. Chef Spicy Rice says that last 30 seconds was emotional whiplash. That likely catch woke me up, and the loop shank sat me right back down. There needs to be some changes. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. Like, that throw to Isaiah and the catch by Isaiah was unfreaking real. To see it ruined by that kick, terrible, man. Heartbreak.
Yep. Watching Mike Mack hurts like heck. What could have been. Yeah. Anyways, we are terrible. EDC, John Harbaugh, TM, Todd Monken, and Zach Orr got to go. Everybody's got to go, basically. Our window has been closed since the AFC Championship game. And now we need a fresh regime, and I'm open to anything at this point. I'm numb. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, it's crazy to say that I'm open to anything, but you have to kind of be, right? At this point, you have to be.
You can't just keep doing the same shit, man.
Right? Like because we're showing up to the race with right, doing what we've been doing, dude, and getting the same dang results, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. He's
younger than us, bro.
Who? Oh, I know. Well, younger than you. Speak for yourself.
Shit.
It's okay. Me and Adam Thielen are the same age, and they were talking about how old he is. I'm like, great.
Yeah, man. It's weird having all the athletes be younger than you. Thank goodness LeBron. Hey, Aaron Rodgers is older than me.
Yeah.
All right. And he just got a big win today. Godfrey says 3rd and 7, and you call a zone with your DB 10 yards off the line. Yeah, I know.
Stupid.
Schematically, that call made no sense.
None.
Luzia slipping and give up the late touchdown. Yeah. I mean, we did that. How many times did we just give up the underneath to Warren and to Gainwell? It was frustrating as hell to watch.
And even Thielen, that big on that their drive for the touchdown earlier in that.
Oh, what a dot that throw was, though. That was
I'm talking about on that same drive that they scored the touchdown, the go-ahead touchdown they scored. I believe that was when Thielen, it was the first down play, and they gave up like 7 yards. He's just standing off like Thielen is gonna smoke you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the part that pissed me off. Yeah, 8 yards, by the way. You're
right.
Correct. And that's the part that pisses you off. It's like, what are you scared of to get up in these receivers' faces? That they're going to run by you? They don't have a guy that can do that.
Right.
I mean, DK's not out there. Let's not forget. Right. So let's see here. Gozy says, I'm so used to it at this point. It's actually hilarious. Top down, this team is pathetic. Lamar actually fired up for once. Little too late.
Yeah, man. I'm with you, dude. Everybody's going to hate me. Everybody's going to hate me all offseason, but
I won't hate you, Jimbo.
I just need more, man. I expect more. I need more.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
Victim of his own success in a lot of ways. I mean, if you're gonna do some of the heroics, then we get to start expecting the heroics, and then when we don't see it, it can be And
the crazy thing is they're there, but the problem is like the little stuff.
Yeah.
It's just the basic stuff, dude. Like, let's just do this. Let's just make the easy pass. Let's just run for the first down. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's just wild to me. What does Harbaugh do well? Offense is called by OC. DC calls defense. Game management doesn't exist. Feels like he's just checked out all season. Yeah, I don't know, but
what he did do well is he's a great leader. That's what he does. That's what Patrick Green was asked about before the game. He said, what are those? He said, well, every day, him and Mike Tomlin come in the building and they lead every day. That's what they do. But if your message is stale, then it's hard to lead. So I think that's where it might be with John Harbaugh. But that's what he was here for him being an incredible leader.
Yeah, because at the same time, you can get a golden boy like who's the dude? Mike McDaniel? Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Not McDonald. Mike McDaniel, who's a wizard, right? With the playbook. Mm-hmm. It's not a leader of men. It's clear. I mean, that team is imploded, right? Year after year after year. It's not a leader of men. So you got to have some semblance of both. I would love to kick the tires on Clint Kubiak.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, if he can turn Sam Darnold into something for a second year in a row, not that Sam Darnold's a box of rocks, but goodness gracious, he ain't Lamar Jackson.
Yep. Saad Rahman says, been watching you guys for a while now. Thanks for keeping us entertained. The Orr experiment should have ended last year. We lost our culture. Yep. Yeah, certainly the bullies of Baltimore are no more. We are no longer an intimidating force, especially on the defensive side. Our sack totals were second worst in the league. Pathetic production from a pass rush standpoint. This isn't Ravens football. This isn't Ravens defense. It's pathetic. So, I think at the very least, the minimum that needs to be done from the coaching is that we need a new defensive staff. Yeah, but I think we need more than that.
Yeah, you get Clinton here and you tell him to give a call to old Rex. Get off the TV set.
Hey,
let's get some attitude back in this doggone locker room. Yeah, I mean,
he certainly doesn't lack attitude.
No, I don't know if he'd know how to do it with Kyle Hamilton, but he's also, he was born with a headset on. So
yeah, he'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants to get off the get upset though.
Yeah, I get that. He's making too much money for
never being wrong. He never has to be wrong.
Never has to be wrong. You're 100% right. Let's see. Well, it's funny to me really quickly though, defensively where John went. You ever see people they go through some like a messy relationship and the next person they're with is the exact opposite?
Oh yeah.
And we went from Wink.
Yeah.
Who was like, John, stay the out of my way.
Mm-hmm.
To Zach Orr, who is probably a yes man because he's been brought up by the coach.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. Like just wild how that happened. Anyway, the chosen one says, I agree. I wish Lamar had better body language. He was clearly hurt this year. O-line definitely affected his play. I expect another MVP season, EDC turn. I don't know. I don't know if I was like speaking directly to the body language, but I don't know. I'm going to stop.
There were times though.
Yeah.
I mean, look, there were times where he had not the type of body language you want to have from your leaders. Yeah, I agree.
So
sometimes.
Yeah. Anyway, go after someone from the Shanahan tree. Thoughts? Well, I mean, indirectly, right? If you go Shanahan, Kubiak falls under the Shanahan tree, right?
I mean, Niners, yeah.
You think of the Bronco days, you go Shanahan to Kubiak, and then now it's just his son,
That's
right?
a good point. Yeah.
So that's certainly right there.
But I did just watch the Niners have a horrible, pathetic performance on Saturday. Yeah. Now they have what, 13 wins or 12 wins, so they're doing well. But
I just liked the way we were. I mean, back in the day, you think of the way we could run the ball and the vertical passing game, those two things when we had Kubiak, and you think about that type of a system schematically with Lamar. I'm getting way ahead of myself here. I'm still frustrated about this game, but I don't know. Anyway, I think that those two principles would go a long way with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I agree. I'd love to see him in that zone offense there with that run game that seemingly any running back can get 1,000 yards in. Would be pretty cool to see. Are we all caught up? Looks like we have another one coming in now. Looks like we got a fresh one.
Okay. Trade Lamar for Burrow and stop. I know this sounds hazy, but a fresh start with a new quarterback and a new defensive staff. Then O-line, then draft O-line and run heavy offense. Dude, Joe Burrow is about to retire. He can't stay healthy, bro. Like, you're worried about the offensive line now and Lamar being hurt. Yeah, even healthy. I still think it's fair to say that Joe Burrow needs more. Any player needs more than Lamar Jackson to find some semblance of success if they're healthy as a quarterback, because Lamar can do more with less than anybody else.
Yeah.
He's Allen Iverson pulling the Sixers along who want to be at home or in Cabo on vacation, pulling them to the fine, right? Like that's the effect Lamar has when he's healthy, right?
When he's at his best, yeah.
Yeah, he can do more with less, I think, than anyone else we've ever seen because of what he can do with his legs and with his arm.
But he's got it. But I see somebody in the chat saying that he's got to, Lamar's got to stay healthy too.
For sure. But I mean, Joe Burrow has been totally different. Like, surgeries and rehab.
Bad injuries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad. And he's got, let's forget, his entire career, he's had an amazing receiving core.
I mean, come on.
He can throw the ball 5 yards down the field and they can take it 80.
Jamar Chase is the first one in history to do what? Something crazy, 100 catches and over 1,000 yards first 5 years of the season or something ridiculous. Maybe that stat is completely off, but yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real. This thing is this getting to the point where I want to give up this man. Well, I want to give up on this man. I don't get much free time and I'm tired of putting up with this man. What man?
Damn. Yeah, I don't know which man. You got to be more
Lamar,
specific.
Harbs, all of them are men. So
yeah, which man we referring to in the chat there? But I mean, look, I get your frustration. I get your mad. Yeah, I certainly do. Oh man, that's a tough way to end the season. They got us all back in, only to just let us down once again.
Baltimore Ravens, the ultimate tease, disappointment. Well, I think that's it for us tonight, folks.
Yep, and it's it for the Ravens tonight, too.
And that's it for the Ravens until September.
Damn, that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, enjoy the cold January and February. I'm just making it more fun, aren't I?
Yeah, I mean, look, we'll obviously be back to continue to cover the Ravens offseason and all the moves, but that's it for us for this postseason run. That's crazy to see. We didn't even make the freaking playoffs, brother.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys. As always, we appreciate you guys coming out and supporting us.
Yeah.
That's it. See ya.